Hey guys, what's going on? It is Chris here once again looking ahead to today's slate for the 16th of February. Once again, hope you guys all had a pretty good weekend and had a pretty good Valentine's Day as well. And also, hopefully you guys did pretty good yesterday. As you guys did see, did not do a video yesterday. Decided to take it off, but we still did play and did pretty good. So on Sunday, unfortunately, we did come up a little bit short. It did end our nice 6-game winning streak, but we were back at it last night. We are now 7-1 in our last 8 games. Sorry, in our last 8 slates. We are doing pretty good, right? We had one bad day, but picked it up last night with a 360, pretty high score night all around. But we definitely came in clutch, so definitely not bad. As you see there, we had Wall. Wall was awesome, did pretty dang good. Jackson, he was pretty dang chalky, so it didn't really hurt too much. Helped me get in a lot of value. Harden went absolute berserk. Nice triple double. Clarkson went crazy, man. Had 40 real points. Dude went off. Jimmy Butler went off. Joe Ingles went off. Jared Allen was decent with 39. Nerlens Noel was kind of crap, to be honest, in that first half, but he turned it around with 28, and put in Cousins as well. So we scored a 360, so definitely not too bad for us. So yeah, guys, as normal, if you guys want to come join us, all you need to do hit us up on our Twitter, and we will get you guys all set up. Our Twitter will be down there in the comment section below. All you need to do is hit that link right down there. It'll take you right to our Twitter. Message us on our Twitter and also give us a follow while you guys are there, and we will definitely help you guys out as much as we can and get you guys all set up. So yeah, as you see, their cash line and double us is 337. Still a pretty high score night, but scored 360, easily doubled up money right there. So definitely will take that. So yeah, definitely come join us for sure. So let's get into it. We have a nice little 6-game slate. Well, it's going to be 7, but we had a postponed game. But it is what it is. So Denver and Boston's our first one. Probably not a massive total. Probably 218, 220 in this one. I don't really have a ton. I don't think any of these guys really go off in their value. I mean, there's so many other games that we'll talk about. This one's going to go really low owned. Maybe Michael Porter has a bounce back here at really low ownership, but overall I don't have a ton. Maybe if Daniel Theis is out, you could look at Thompson if he starts, but not a ton. This is straight GPP only, right? So if you're playing 150 lineups, I would recommend maybe 2 or 3 lineups with him. Zeke, I'm not sure how you say his name. Not even going to pronounce his last name. We're going to say this guy right here. So he had 19 minutes and 24 minutes in his last game. Keep in mind these were 2 blowout games. But Paul Millsap was playing here, right? So Paul Millsap's going to be out. I'm not sure if this guy will get regular rotation minutes here, or they're just going to only play him in blowouts because, it was encouraging. He had played 24 minutes. Like I said, that was a blowout. But maybe they're like, hey, you did good in 24 minutes. Millsap's out. We'll give you a little bit of a rotation spot. Or they could just go to Bull, and Jermichael Green. Who knows? But I say if you're playing 150 lineups or you're doing DK, who knows, man? Maybe put this guy in there in one lineup. I would definitely not recommend playing him in cash games. Just like say if you're doing a massive amount of lineups, maybe put him in there, maybe 2 or 3 lineups, and who knows? Who knows what happens? So that's what we got there. Pelicans and Memphis. We have a 230 in Memphis by 1. So I'm not really into John Morant. He's just kind of being, normal, I guess, compared to what we saw in the beginning of the year. Minutes around 32, 33. Maybe this is the game that he takes off. He is only 7,100, right? So he's really not that bad of a value play. And we know he does have upside. Hasn't shown it yet since Memphis has came back from their hiatus. But who knows, man? It's a 230, so he definitely could go off. I don't mind him in GPPs. Lonzo. I don't have a ton of them. Would rather go John Morant. Then you got Dylan Brooks, Grayson Allen. Allen has been looking half decent, has started the last 2 games. Usage rate dipped really low to 9.6, so I'm a little hesitant on that one against a really fast Sacramento team. I'm not sure what happened there. As you see, that's not really his average, so I'm not sure. But I still don't mind taking maybe a shot with him. I don't think he has a massive upside, but, maybe in a couple. I do like Kyle Anderson, though. Guy's been playing a lot better for sure. Clark is coming back. He did come back, I think, against Sacramento. so that might hurt his rebounds a couple. But I still think Kyle Anderson is pretty good piece right there. Ingram and Zion, they're kind of in the same spot here, right? They score quite a bit, but they don't do a lot of rebounds and assists usually. Last couple games they both have, and they've been putting up numbers. So as long as they get your rebounds and assists, both those guys are in play. But as we know, they're both scorers, and if they only score, well, you're kind of screwed, right? But if they get the rebounds and blocks and stuff like that, you're in pretty good business. So I don't mind taking a shot with those two at 8-2 and 8-3 in this matchup. Val's a little much at 7-8 for me. I think Clark coming back will dip his minutes back down to about 27 to 29. He could definitely still be in play, but I don't think you need Val tonight. I think there's other spots to definitely spend up tonight. But who knows, man? Like I said, if you're playing GPPs, he's going to be at really low owned, so you could definitely put him in there if you're going a little bit different. Toronto, Milwaukee, 234 in Milwaukee by 5. So finally, once again, a good game to look at here for Toronto. Their prices did dip for most of these guys. Lowry's playing 35, 36-ish minutes there, so definitely could be looking at Kyle Lowry at only 7-6. 35, 36. Definitely don't mind him. Fred, he absolutely dropped in his price down to 7,500. Let's go see how he's been against Milwaukee, and he's played him 2 times this year. 220. Okay, 1 time. My bad. And that was a 50 bomb from him. I'm not sure if Lowry played. That was on the 27th. I don't think Lowry played that game. Look. 20. He did. So who knows? Maybe go Fred. He does apparently like playing Toronto. My bad, Milwaukee. So that's up to you. Dante is always a good cash game play, about 25 to 26. Siakam's a little much. Middleton could have a bounce back, but he's really up and down right now. Giannis, 11-2. I think you could definitely pull the trigger on the dude. He's been absolute dynamite as well. In his last one against Toronto, had 60. As you see in his career over the last year and a half, 2 years, he has been pretty solid against him. So definitely got to look at Giannis here. Boucher, I'm a little worried about the minutes right there. 18. I know he's been playing pretty well, but we know how Nick Nurse is, right? He randomly stops playing the dude and then randomly starts playing again. So I don't know. GPP for sure. That's 7,200. That's a lot of money to spend on a dude that might play 18 minutes. And then I don't really have anyone there. So looking at Giannis, Fred VanVleet, GPPs, Kyle Lowry is more of a cash game play. And that's kind of what we're looking at there. And Dante as well in cash games. LA and Minnesota. So AD is going to be out for a couple weeks with a little bit of an Achilles, I think, injury or something like that. So he's going to be out for a little bit. Kyle Kuzma, more of a cash game play. He is facing Minnesota, a little bit faster pace, not as good defense, so he might not be too bad here. I think Towns could be worth a look in GPP. Maybe Minnesota stays with them, as we have been mentioning. Lakers haven't really been playing that great. They've been letting a lot of teams stay with them that haven't really been that great. OKC, this came down the wire twice, barely beat Memphis. They actually had a massive comeback there. They were down 20-2 against Memphis and then lost to Denver. So Lakers overall, they're still a good team, but they're playing close games, meaning you can let some of these guys on the other team play a little bit. Like Towns, take a shot with him, and he might stay in there and get 45 or 50 points. And especially with no AD being there. Definitely got to look at LeBron here against Minnesota. Dude usually goes low owned, so you can look at him as well. Edwards, GPP, boomer buzz play, and don't mind Schroeder. He's been struggling as well, but like I said, he usually does better with Davis not being there. Usage rate's a little better, so I don't mind looking at him either. Portland and OKC. Once again, OKC has all their guys missing, so don't mind it here. Last slate, I picked Diallo, and I was kind of a little disappointed. He came off the bench, still had a 27% usage rate. Only shot 3 for 16, so that was really bad. But, came off the bench. Maybe they were like, hey, man, give you a little bit of rest. You've been playing 40 minutes every game. If he comes off the bench, you still look at him, right? I mean, his usage and everything didn't really change at all. Still had 13 rebounds, still shot 16 times. So, they're still going to need him. Fast-paced game against Portland. I still think you can look at him. I'd rather have him starting, but like I said, he came off the bench, still shot 16 times, so he should be fine. Lillard, you can look at him. He's off and on, but I think this honestly is going to be a good game. OKC has been staying in games the last week, so I think this could be a good one. We got Dort at 5K. I think that's an easy pick there. Another guy playing 35 plus minutes there. Justin Jackson got the start for Diallo. He did pretty good in it, but it's Justin Jackson. Um, this guy has been usually so bad in his career, right? Started in Sacramento, also played in in Dallas. Just really hasn't been that good of a dude. So the fact to pay $5,300 for Justin Jackson, I get he's been good, but it's Justin Jackson. I mean, this guy's been so bad. I mean, look at this, man. It's just so bad. Even when a couple years ago when he was getting half decent minutes, dude really wasn't that great. Had a couple good games, but I don't know. That's up to you guys. I'd rather go to Kendrick Williams at 5,200. He had a downish game against Milwaukee, but I don't mind going to him. Power forwards. Let me see. I don't mind Carmelo even coming off the bench here. Massive usage rate, getting pretty good shots as well. So they're going to need him in this one. Let's see here. And then don't mind Al Horford. Minutes are a little down. As I mentioned before, they got Roby, Mike Muscala, and Basley, kind of power forward centers. So they're not playing Horford massive minutes like they were against the Lakers. But I still think he's worth a look at 6-9 as well. So definitely looking at the OKC side in this one. And as I said, you can definitely look at Damian Lillard as well. Moving on to our last one, Brooklyn, Phoenix. This is a massive uptick here for Phoenix, even though it may not be a massive total, probably like a 229 or 232. That's still pretty dang big. Huge, massive uptick, as I said, for Phoenix here. Yeah, man. I mean, I do like Chris Paul, Booker. I mean, all those guys come into play for sure, since there's going to be more possessions for them. Not too into Irving. I don't mind going back to Harden. I'd probably go Giannis, to be honest with you. But Booker, Chris Paul, those two I'm looking at. Mikal Bridges as well. Jay Crowder is even worth a look. I mean, I like all four of those guys, and Aiton's more of a GPP play. So I'm definitely favoring that Phoenix side, and definitely don't mind Harden on that Brooklyn side. Let's go fill in a couple players for you, see what we can do here. So as I mentioned, I do like Chris Paul quite a bit. Like I said, I really don't mind Diallo. If you don't want to go there, you could go Dennis Schroeder if you want. Not really feeling any of those other dudes. You could look at Damian Lillard, Paul combo if you want to. Move it over to shooting guard. As I said, Harden's not in a bad spot. I do like Booker. Big thing with him, as we know, he's literally just a scorer, right? He doesn't need to do as much, but he's looking half decent. And like I said, a little bit of uptick against Brooklyn. I'm going to take my shot at 8-3 with him. Then you got Dort and Dante. I'd probably go Dort here. Dante's look good, but they need Dort a little bit more on the offense in an uptick game against Portland here. It's uptick against Toronto, but they have Giannis and some other scorers, so I think Dort could be half decent here. All right, moving on over here, we got 6,500. Let's see. Bridges, like I said, he could burn you for sure, but I think he could have a good one. He's had a couple bad games, really streaky shooter, but he is on paper in a pretty good spot here against Portland. Let's see, not really feeling anyone there. Let's go Kyle Anderson. And like I said, you could go Ingram if you want to. Might go that way. Then you got Giannis. I don't think I can get him in this line, unfortunately. So Michael Green should start, so maybe look at him. Could look at Kyle at 58. I don't mind Jordan if he plays on the back-to-back. Not sure if he does. We'll have to see. But you could definitely look at him. Center's really not that great. Val, maybe Al. That's kind of where you're going to go there. So that's kind of what we're looking at. You got 6,800 left. Easily should be able to make a lineup with that. Um, but yeah, that's kind of what we're going at. Like I said, if you don't want Diallo, you could easily, go Lillard, Paul. But then a little bit, you have to go a little bit cheaper down here. You could go Paul Lowry. That also works as well. And that leaves you a little less money, but you're a little bit more secure with Lowry in cash games. But like I said, Diallo was still taking a ton of shots off the bench, so I really do think he's fine. And like I said, against Portland, fast-paced team. So that's what we got going on. So once again, guys, thanks for watching. If you like the video, leave a like. I appreciate it. And also hit that sub button as well. We do NBA Fanduel lineup advice videos almost every single day. So if you guys could hit that sub button, definitely would appreciate it. And like I said, we are now 7-1 in our last eight slates, looking pretty dang good. Scored a 360 last night. So if you guys want to come join us, would love to have you. All you need to do, hit us up on our Twitter. That will be in the comment section below. Click that link right there, and it will take you directly to our Twitter. And all you have to do, obviously, is message us there. Say, hey, we'd love to get in. And, if you want to, leave us a follow as well. You guys can stay up to date on our winnings and stuff like that. So that is all I got for you guys today. Once again, thanks for watching. Do appreciate it quite a bit. And we'll see you guys here a little bit later on.